Brodes Media.
It's midweek. Things have died down a little bit in regards to reacting to the win against the Steelers, but we're not there yet where we can start scheming up the differences between Washington and us, even though I'll keep it very simple. We are going to kick your ass too. It's so amazing what they do on a week-to-week basis. Imagine being their rookie quarterback. There's some noise that you've been good so far, right? But you know, on a short week on Thursday Night Football, you came to South Philly and got embarrassed by a team led by Vic Fangio defensively that made you look new to this, that made you look young, that made you essentially realize I'm not as good as I thought I did. It was a reminder you got a long ways to go, pal, okay? Jalen Carter, imagine getting a second date as you're sitting in the pocket. I got to face this guy twice a year. Why couldn't I be in any other division? Here's Zach Bond. You're telling me the Eagles pick up this cat? He sneaks in at linebacker at never position he played before. And now here's the fresh new quarterback who's got to have 2 dates with him a year too. N'Kobe going downhill. He's not afraid to meet you in the trenches, trying to take your soul and decapitate your head from your body. This team does some things to me. Hey, this team does some gnarly things to me. I start to hear the engine rev, and I'm telling you, I don't want to get descriptive, but it's wild. I'm going to shut up so you can hear from Jay Glazer, and then we can pick apart positively what makes this team so great. Because there's a lot here to chew on. Let's do it.
Well, I will tell you this. The drama was way bigger outside the building than inside the building. The first team meeting after Brandon Graham said what he said, Jalen and AJ got up and they're like, man, we're good. Just so everybody here knows, we're fine. Dapped each other up like we're good. Then Brandon got up and he apologized for being a distraction. You know, Brandon's a great dude, and he just spoke out of turn there. But I was told about it. It's like, dude, people there are like, it's gonna galvanize. It's just gonna make us, trust me, when this stuff happens, it turns us more into, right, we get to fight the world. And that's what they are. I mean, Eagles football is bully football. You know, the way they get after you on defense, but certainly that offensive line, man, they just beat you down and beat you down and beat you down. The thing that nobody knows, and this is...
I'm going to pause it there, and we'll get to the thing that nobody knows in a handful of minutes. So let's chew on that. By the way, I love the word bully to describe the greatness of this team in every single phase, if we're being honest, except for Jake Elliott. I wouldn't call him a bully this season, but I've seen him once in his career be that. And if he somehow turns it on and becomes dialed in, hitting from 50 plus when we need him most, then he has an opportunity to rewrite the script, rewrite the book right here in the playoffs. This is where legends are made, baby. If Jalen Hurts can throw cliches out his ass 24/7, I think I got to try it too. He's cool. Okay. I mean, I'll tell you what, that guy's cool. I can't pull off that chain. I can't pull off that hat backwards. I can't pull off those looks the way he does when he's getting off the bus and he's walking into some of these buildings. Whew. Louis Vuitton, his Jordan brand stuff, dude. He's got some clean shoes. The things I do for his Jordan 11s alone. Just trying it. Okay? Way bigger than what's actually happening inside the building. I'm trying to get my brain where it needs to be to collectively get these thoughts rolling. I'll be here till 3 a.m. if I don't shut up. Some of this sounds simple. Some of this sounds base level. But when you put it in context of everything that transpired, and I don't want to relive it every time we set the stage here, but it is so valuable to the adversity that they have overcome. I'm not just saying this because I love this team and I love the Birds and I'm rooting for the Eagles and they're all I think about. But I'm saying this because it's reality. That teams do not respond this way. This isn't the norm. It's not. To dominate with 40 minutes of ball control against the Steelers team and go on a 10-minute plus drive where they don't even see the football again is absurd. It's absurdly stupid. That doesn't happen in real life. It doesn't happen when things are going right. It doesn't go like that when there's no drama and no turmoil, let alone where there is. So for the first meeting to be Jalen and AJ addressing the team within seconds, dapping each other up, we're good, fellas. We're good. That's how you get ahead of it. That's how you snip it. Done. Dead. We're not playing any games. We're not letting this linger. I'll emphasize for the third straight day the words of Devontae Smith about how uncomfortable conversations needed to happen. That tells me it's more than just Jay Glazer reporting what AJ and Jalen did, but there was more than just that. It probably got authentic. It probably got raw. It got real. But the only way to get to where you need to be is to look at one another, respect one another, see where each of you are coming from, and then figure out we have the common goal. How can we use this information to best utilize our skill sets to get there? And then they did that to the Steelers. So guess what? That's what it takes to get there. And boy, is there not a team that wants to see the Eagles ever. You're sick in the head if you are rooting to see the Eagles, because you're going to see broken bodies everywhere the way this team bullies you, the way this team swarms you, the way this team chops your head off. You don't mess around with this crew. Look at the way everything transpired in the back of the end zone. This team's tough. And then they back it up with being extremely talented. It's a deadly combination. All right, so there's more to Jay Glazer, though, and this is probably the most interesting little nugget of it all, and it's about Jalen Hurts. So I'll back it up a little bit because he did mention there is... I forget the way he described it. The thing that nobody knows. That's where we paused it. So we'll begin with the thing that nobody knows.
Nobody knows, and this is a credit to Jalen, is in the bye week. Brandon Graham actually with Big Dom went to his house and said, hey man, we need you to kind of connect more with everybody here. Right? As a quarterback, you can kind of get lost in that. There's so much other stuff you got to do. And he went out of his way. He met with the offensive line, connected. He met with Sirianni for like 3 times or several times. Connect with him. Connected with, like, he went out of his way with Graham, with everybody to connect with them more, saying, okay, I understand there's more to the quarterback position than me just sitting here with the game plan and, making sure I could, throw here and throw there. And they all credit him with doing a great job for it. And it's not out there how good of a job he's done to connect with his teammates.
What are we doing with that music bed, by the way? I need to have a conversation with someone about how loud they put that background music. Unnecessary. How about that, though, huh? This isn't the first time we've heard that Jalen Hurts could do a better job getting with some of his guys and maybe connecting on a different level. And to his credit, he goes, okay. I don't know if that's how everybody would respond to that. You think Aaron Rodgers, after some of his most recent comments on Pat McAfee, which, if I'm going to be honest, I didn't really even dive into. I had a lot going on to worry about that. But I do know there's something going on there. Ryan Clark, this and that, the vaccination. I'm like, oh, God, here we go. Here's Aaron Rodgers. You think Aaron Rodgers would have the biggest smile on his face if he had a meeting with his coach and with the guy who plays security guard like Big Dom sits down and expresses how you got to start hanging out with your teammates more? Dude, he'd urinate all over your leg. That's what he'd do. He'd lift his leg up like a damn dog. Jalen, to his credit, For sure, let's do it. BG, let's go. Let's make it happen. O-line, even Sirianni. How big is that? Him and Sirianni. Huh? Let's talk. Let's get through this. Where are we looking to improve? Lane, the offensive line, barged into the room, discussed running the ball. This is a group that's wired the right way. And if that doesn't help you sleep at night, I don't know. I don't know what's wrong. Because this is a clear sign that everything that matters off the football field, that's hard to quantify, that's hard to even make happen, to set that culture, they've done it. They've done it. So just awesome stuff.